Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the air cooling, turning sharp with the scent of sea salt, coal smoke, and the pungent musk of 10,000 horses. The hum of modern engines is deleted, replaced by a deafening, rhythmic cacophony of iron wheels on cobblestones and the frantic ringing of streetcar bells. Do you feel the vibration of a city growing too fast for its own skin? Do you feel the nervous electric energy of a place reinventing what it means to be human? Welcome to New York City in the year 1880. Welcome to Binary BC. Subscribe to Binary BC now to witness the most advanced neural reconstructions of history's most iconic urban landscapes. We aren't just looking at old photographs today. We are stepping into the Gilded Age at its most raw and roaring peak. Using advanced AI reconstruction, based on the historical maps of Egbertville and the detailed etchings of Harper's Weekly, Binary BC is going to walk the spine of Manhattan when it was the undisputed gateway to the New World. Our journey will take us from the salt-sprayed tip of the island to the dark shadows of the financial district, and finally into the glittering, chaotic heart of the city's social elite. New York in 1880 is a city of vertical dreams and horizontal squalor, a place where the richest men in history live blocks away from the most desperate poverty on earth. Let's begin where the story of modern America truly boots up, the water's edge. As the sun burns through the Atlantic fog at the Battery, we see a forest of masts. Steamships, their funnels belching thick black soot, jostle for space with elegant three-masted schooners. The air here tastes of brine and the unwashed wool of 1,000 coats. To our left is Castle Garden, a circular sandstone fortress serving as the nation's primary immigrant depot. Years before Ellis Island opened its doors, this was the threshold. Through our AI lens, we see lines of families, Irish, German, Italian, clutching wooden trunks and looking up at the skyline with a mix of terror and hope. This building, once a theater, is now a processing mill for human souls. We turn our backs to the sea and walk into the mouth of Broadway. The transition is jarring. As we leave the open air, the buildings begin to lean over us like ancient stone giants. We are entering the financial lungs of the world. Notice the ground beneath your feet. These aren't smooth streets, but Belgian blocks, rough, rectangular stones slick with mud and horse manure. The sound is incredible, a constant grinding roar of iron-rimmed wheels and the shouting of newsboys. To our right rises the Trinity Church spire, the tallest point in the city in 1880. It seems impossible now, but at this moment, the church is the only thing reaching for the sky. Subscribe to Binary BC as we render the world of the old Knickerbockers being devoured by the relentless march of commerce. We push through the crowd toward the intersection of Wall Street. Look at the telegraph wires overhead. They are so thick they almost blot out the sun, a giant copper cobweb spinning the city's data together. Every shopfront is a hive of activity. We see groups of bankers arguing over the price of Western railroads, conjuring immense wealth out of thin air. But look down the side alleys. You'll see the sandwich men wearing boards advertising 5-cent meals. This district will soon become a canyon of steel, but for now, the chaos is all visible, tangled in the sky above. As we move north, the scent of the docks is replaced by roasting coffee and the dry dust of construction. We are standing at the foot of Park Row, looking toward the East River at the most ambitious engineering project in human history. The Brooklyn Bridge. In 1880, it is a haunting, beautiful skeleton. The great granite towers are finished, rising like Gothic cathedrals from the water, but the roadway is incomplete. Delicate, web-like steel cables are being stretched across the void by workers suffering from the mysterious bends. Below the towers, the Fulton Fish Market is a riot of silver scales and shouting merchants. This bridge will link New York and Brooklyn in just 3 years, changing the geography of power forever. The atmosphere shifts violently as we enter the Fourth Ward. The elegance of Broadway is deleted. The streets narrow and the buildings groan under the weight of human density. This is the world of the tenements. Laundry hangs from every window like ragged flags. The smell is overpowering. Clogged sewers, rotting garbage, and boiled cabbage. We see children running barefoot through the slush, dodging heavy drayage wagons. This is the most densely populated square mile on the planet, the engine room that keeps the mansions of the North running. Subscribe to Binary BC as we reconstruct the stark binary between the rich and the forgotten. We escape the gloom and head west toward Union Square. The contrast is like stepping into a new simulation. The streets widen and the mud is replaced by swept pavement. We are in the Ladies' Mile, the premier shopping district of the Gilded Age. Look at the windows of Tiffany & Co. and Lord & Taylor. Women in elaborate silk dresses and bustles sweep the ground, their faces shaded by parasols. Overhead, the elevated railroad, the L, rumbles on iron stilts, casting rhythmic shadows. It is the sound of the future. A gentleman in a fur-lined coat steps out of a handsome cab, radiating indestructible confidence. They cannot imagine that these grand department stores will eventually move uptown, leaving these cast-iron buildings to be reclaimed by the artists of a place they will one day call Soho. Finally, we walk north along Fifth Avenue toward the frontier of the developing city. Near 50th Street, the twin spires of the new St. Patrick's Cathedral glow white and pristine. But look around, the city is still becoming. There are vacant lots filled with rocks and weeds. Shantytowns, huts made of scrap wood and tin, sit right next to the rising marble palaces of the Vanderbilts. In the distance, we see the upper reaches of Central Park, a masterpiece still maturing. The air is cleaner here, smelling of fresh mortar and upturned earth. The Upper West Side is still largely goat farms and rocky outcrops. The men building these mansions are the kings of the age, carving their names into the very rock of Manhattan. New York is a city built on the graves of its previous selves. It never stops building and never looks back. But when we look at this reconstruction of 1880, we see the blueprint of our modern world. We see the same ambition, the same terrifying inequality, and the same desperate hunger for more that defines the city today. The horses and telegraph wires are gone, but the soul of the city, that electric, restless energy, remains unchanged. Thank you for walking through time with Binary BC. If you could step through any door in 1880 New York, where would you go? Would you brave the tenements of the Fourth Ward or attend a gala in a Vanderbilt ballroom? Let us know in the comments and tell us which city we should rebuild next. Subscribe to Binary BC and stay tuned for the next data stream. We will see you in the past.